case that we're doing here of the workflow that I'm about to build out is, say we are a doctor's office or a chiropractor's office, and our sales pipeline was leading up into that first appointment, getting them to that first appointment, right? So we had all our different customized deal stages. So all the information is stored in the deal property values. But basically, they have their first chiropractor appointment coming up, and we want to send them a marketing email to remind them the day before that their appointment is tomorrow. So you can translate that in so many other ways and other business models of sending reminder emails of something coming up based off of a deal property date or thing. So that's the type of workflow we're going to build out. We're going to start simple, and then the next workflow we're going to go out to is going to be a lot more built out and complex, but just to warm our feet up a little bit. So what we're going to do is, since this is going to be around that property field of their first chiropractor date being known, that is going to be our trigger being getting into this workflow. So anytime somebody has, it's going to be a filter criteria, and it's going to be a deal property because it's a deal.
And it's a filter criteria because we're going off of a property, not an event like filling out a form.
So the first chiropractor appointment, once that is set and known for us, we're just going to say it's known. So anybody with a set chiropractor appointment will immediately be enrolled in this. And the next actions are going to be delayed until their specific chiropractor appointment date. Because otherwise we would have had to say, oh, it's next month, or that you'd have to create multiple workflows. So what's nice is you'll see in the action, we're going to be able to delay until a date property field happens. So if I'm doing a delay and I have date property, I'm able to select for that specific person, and it'll be adaptive. I'm delaying until their chiropractor appointment date comes up. So no longer do you have to do multiple workflows for date fields or anything like that. And I'm going to say one day before their event, so one day before their appointment at 7 a.m., I want them to get a marketing email that reminds them of their appointment. So basically, I just delay it based off the date property, and that's why we no longer have to go to contact workflows for that date property of what everything keys off of. So, and by the way, make sure whenever you're doing all this stuff, as you set all your different criteria, make sure you hit save up here. Otherwise, you're going to do all these filters, and then you're going to click out of it, and then nothing's going to be saved. And that save button isn't very obvious to everybody. So just want to make sure that you knew that. And then what did we want to do? We wanted to send them the appointment reminder. This is going to be a marketing email. And so you need to build out the marketing email before it needs to be ready and published before you can pull it into a workflow. And it needs to be published as an automated email so don't be scared to publish a marketing email. If it's published as automated, it's not going to go out to anybody unless it's pulled into a workflow.
Yeah. So when you're published, after you publish it, HubSpot immediately knows that it's automated and says, oh, do you want to add this to a workflow? And it lets you add it right there, but just say, no, I'll do it later. You want to control all of that inside your workflows. You don't want to control a workflow from your email section. So yeah. I always just say, I'll do it later. Right. And then I come over to workflows and to put it where I want to put it.
Exactly. And so last hug, we went over where everything sits in here, communications for CRM and everything. So definitely refer back to that. But this sending a marketing email is going to be under communications. You'll see send email. This means send marketing email. They don't state marketing, but it is the marketing email versus an internal email notification. That's just to anybody inside your portal. So we're going to send email, and I'm going to find my chiropractor appointment reminder right here. I already have it published because it's green, and I'd be able to preview it. If I clicked out to here, it uses personalization tokens for their date and their time and all of that. You got your HTML. We're going to send that. But one extra thing is, say in your business model, you use association labels, or in this deal pipeline, you have multiple contacts attached to that deal. One being the billing person or insurance. The
It could
actual
be somebody who referred them to you as,
Mhm.
you know,
Yes, the person who referred them, and then the actual patient themselves. Not all these people need to receive this reminder email. So you're able to add your association label. I only want them sending, like, I only want this email to go to the patient, not all contacts. That's where you specify this. And then now only that one contact to that deal of whoever's labeled patient, maybe there are two patients in it, but whoever has that label will get this. And then I just click save and I'm good to go for this workflow. Now they will get their reminder email. So it's
and
pretty,
now, and you noticed in there it said to be sure because they're getting a marketing email that they're a marketing contact. In this case, we're assuming that they've already received some nurturing emails to become a client or patient. So we're not making them a marketing email, marketing contact in this workflow because we're assuming that they already are. But just know that they do have to be a marketing contact.
Yep, exactly. And we're going to go over that in the next one.